Good morning, everybody. It is a brisk 41 degrees here today in Texas, but I wanted to share a powerful testimony with you as we think about our lives being those grains of sand in this hourglass of life. And so I have worked in healthcare for a really long time, and as such, I have been at the bedside of many people on the last part of their journey. And in doing so, people tend to confine a lot of things that reside in their hearts that they have not spoken out loud or to anyone really. You're really the first person they're telling these things to, and it's such a great honor and privilege for people to be able to depart those things to you. Well, I sat with a gentleman who was really struggling to let go, and he said, I just have one big regret in my life. And I said, tell me about that. And he said, I wish I could call the love of my life and tell her I love her. And I was so perplexed because his wife was in the kitchen getting him a glass of water, and this gentleman did not have any kind of cognitive deficit. And so he kind of whispered and kind of looked in the doorway, and he told me the story of how he'd met this woman many, many years ago in his life, decades ago, and that for some reason they just couldn't be together. And I think it was family and friends who were advising against it. And so he'd spoken that out to me, and of course his wife walked in the room, and I had a mixture of emotions for all of that, which of course you can't convey, but it sat with me for a very long time. It still does. And so I share that story with you to tell you, in this life, which is so brief and so fleeting, and which you pass through so quickly, don't leave rocks unturned. If there is someone you need to call, if there are amends you need to make, if there's something you need to address, do it now, because we don't always get a second chance. And of course, you never want to disgrace or dishonor anybody else. And the other thing to consider in all of this is that no one has agency in your life. No one can dictate what you do. No one gets a vote in your life. You have to make decisions that you are at peace with, because you get to live with those forever. And so make decisions that fit and serve you, not in the benefit of other people, not in their consideration. You always want to consider the perspective of other people, but make the decisions that serve you well. So as you go about your day today, do you have any rocks unturned? And if you do, write them in the comments. I will pray for your courage to face them. But don't let time pass where you harbor regrets, because we don't always get a redo. I love you all. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope this has inspired you to look at those rocks and have the courage to unearth them.